Flight of Passage.
Yeah? Is that your favorite ride?
I never went on it.
You never went on it? No?
Yeah, this
So
is
it's the
her
first
pick.
time?
My pick was Japan from yesterday,
Yeah?
so we had to pick her pick.
So how long do you think this line wait is?
Not even an hour.
Not even an hour?
No, it isn't 3 hours, Daddy.
It's 3 hours.
Got
The
it.
things we do for our children.
It actually, the line is actually going fast.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Jess,
All right.
we didn't even get into the thing yet.
Look all the way up there, and what do you see?
What do you see? What is it? A
It's
giant rock?
It's like a giant rock. You all get past that. It's a giant mountain.
All right. Are we ready? Want to move
Yep.
up? What's Dad doing? How do you feel about this?
I'm tired already.
All right. Let's go.
There better-
So guys, let's give you a little bit of a view. Incredible of what they did with these Imagineers.
The line
Pretty
is
awesome
incredibly
what we're
boring.
seeing.
The line is incredibly boring.
Yeah, they have a very long line. Very
Yeah,
long
the line is all the way back there.
No.
We got it. Alright, so we're approaching the ride finally, guys. Now we get our first view of an avatar. Check that out. Shows his vitals. Pretty cool. Very cool. What did you think of Flight of Passage?
It was fun.
It was fun, right? So awesome.
Worth the wait.
It was well worth the wait. Yeah.
I liked where you went down,
Yeah, exactly.
and when you went up, when you saw the giant thing jump out of the water,
Yeah.
and when you went for the wave,
Yeah.
Oh, that was cool.
and I liked when you got
Cool, right?
spits.
This one opens it up like that. So when you're putting it on your shoulder, make sure your hip is flexible. And that's going to go underneath your t-shirt, on your shoulder, and the bungee sits on top of your t-shirt. So you don't see that it's connected, but it's magnetic. So then pull on that cord, and then you control it.
So do they need? How do they charge?
It's just batteries. The batteries are on the inside for the sound only though. So you've got the movements are all you, so you do the controller, but then sound comes out the batteries, so I'll show you. Tickle his belly under here, that's how you turn the sound on and off. That's on and off switch. He's on a strict diet of 2 AAA batteries. That's all he needs. Yes, just 2. So they're on the inside, they've all been fed today, so they're all ready to go as soon as you purchase them.
Now I
So, do you want to try it? Yeah? I'm going to take this off you, and then you can try this guy. So your right hand is all left hand. Hand to your right hand. Okay, so we're going to put on the opposite shoulder. Then you can prepare like the way. So it's going to it hurts a bit more sometimes. Okay, so it's going to go under your arm, and there you go. You can hold it the other way. There you go, that's it. So I'm going to move on something. I feel a bit wobbly, so I've got the magnet on it, right? So you're going to try and
Hi.
match your t-shirt.
Go ahead.
His head.
Good job, Jazz.
That is the opening part. There you go.
There you
see?
go. Look
You
at
hear
that.
it? You hear it better now, can't you? Like it? You ready? Have a look at all the pictures. Have a look at all the different colours. My body shape. I promise to both respect and protect the natural world here on Pandora and back home on Earth. Yeah, high five. Yeah.
right now we're inside the
Dinosaur? Yeah, you guys can ride it. Fast pass,
We're
right?
using our fast pass. I'm sitting next to him so he doesn't scream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Triceratops. That's Jasmine's favorite, right? Look at some fun facts. So cool.
You just set him by that rock there. Stay on the circle till I tell you we're ready, okay?
Thank you. Say hi, Scrooge.
Oh, I'm getting
There you go. They are so excited.
in his money bin.
Yeah,
Money bin?
Aww.
Oh, oh my goodness. Oh. All right, ready? Flying high on a dinosaur. Oh my goodness, what are the boys doing back there? Hey! Jocelyn, what are you
my
doing?
cheeseburger's coming up.
Oh my god! Help us!
Watch my
Oh man! No! No!
Yes, that is not funny. Oh, she's doing it on purpose.
No!
Oh
Oh my god!
I ate my children.
Oh my goodness!
Oh.
This is where we are, guys. Right in front of Chip and Dale, waiting for them. And these
just
kids
took a
decided to
break.
dance along. They're having their own dance party in
first,
Disney.
So I have to follow. It's the only thing I do know first.
Oh my goodness. You're now
We don't know. My sister just started
great.
dancing with steps. Is that dance?
You did great.
I watch a movie, I do much more. Nope, I can't do that. I like your move. I like your move.
Thank you.
She's relaxed. Now remember when you guys come up together.
Here they come, guys. Check out how fun. Hi. Aww. Here they come.
Hey, you guys.
Wow. Aww. That's so fun. Aw.
Hey, you guys go get your picture and then
Actually, we can meet that.
Look, look. Aww.
Hello, friends. Your shirts are awesome.
Fell off.
If you're to my friends,
Fell off.
you like that? Okay,
Aw. So fun. So fun.
Okay, awesome. Oh, yeah. Scare you guys.
I love it.
That was cool.
Oh my gosh.
Well done. Well done.
Aw. Aw. That's awesome.
Does anyone want to give Dale a hug? I think he'd love one.
Yeah, come on. Hi. Aw. So cute. Aw. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Aw.
They found
They really do love those pins.
Sit.
Oh my god. Check it out, check it out. Aw. That's so funny. Aw.
And it's my favorite dinosaur.
That is so awesome. That is awesome. Aw.
But they're not. They're actually some of the only living relative of giraffe. the giraffe, the okapi. They've got the same skull structures. The giraffe's is just a little bit bigger. And they also have the same type of prehensile tongue, which allows them to grab onto branches, pull all the leaves off with just those tongues. On the right-hand side of the truck at the tippy top of the hillside, that antelope is a greater kudu. Greater kudu are the second tallest antelope in Africa. They stand about 55 inches tall at the shoulder. As a female kudu, we know that because she does not have horns. And speaking of horns, left-hand side of the truck, all the way up on the hillside, far left corner, hanging out before that pile of rocks, is a black rhinoceros. Black rhinos are a critically endangered species. There's only about 5,000 black rhinos left in the entire world, even though they have no natural predators. The Safi River. And on the Safi River, we're going to be on the lookout for some more aquatic, some water-loving animals. We will be on the lookout for some Nile crocodile, and maybe even a hippopotamus, and any other water-loving creatures that may come our way. Ooh, looks like we'll be coming up on some pink-backed pelicans on the island to our left. The pelicans, they get their name because they get a dusty shade of pink on their backs during mating season. And those are very social birds. They'll typically nest in groups anywhere between 20 and 500 pairs of pelicans. And we call a group of pelicans a pod. Whole pod of pelicans. Their breath for up to 8 minutes at a time. They do typically return to the land to graze on grasses because they are herbivores. Fully grown hippopotamus weighs anywhere between 5,000 and 6,000 pounds. Because of their size, it makes them pretty terrible swimmers. So instead, the hippos, they sink all the way to the bottom of the river and they just walk along the bottom. It looks like out there on the left-hand side of the truck up on the land, that's a little baby hippo. When the hippos are first born, they do already weigh about 80 pounds. Very big baby. But they do grow pretty quickly. That baby hippo probably already weighs anywhere about 600 pounds. Crushing jaw strength. Yeah, their typical diet is just fish, but they'll take on anything up to the size of a zebra, which should cross its path. The Nile crocodiles do weigh in at about, those are Patterson's eland, and they are the tallest antelope in Africa. So earlier we saw the greater kudu, second tallest, and these guys are ranked number 1. That is the male Patterson's eland out there, very dark gray. He stands about 6 feet tall at the shoulder, weighs about 2,000 pounds. And sitting down out there just to the right of that male, that is a little baby Patterson's eland. Coming pretty close to this giraffe out here on the right. And these are Maasai giraffe. We know that because of their spots. We'll see that their spots have very jagged edges all the way around. And that's how we can tell the difference between different species of giraffe, are their spot patterns. You might have thought all giraffe are pretty much the same, but there are actually 9 different subspecies of giraffe, and they're all just a little bit different. Giraffe are very active creatures. They spend most of their day eating, upwards 20 hours a day. But these guys, they only take about 30 minutes. And we call a group of giraffe a tower, because they do tower over every other species. And the Swahili word for giraffe is twiga. Okay. Alright, doesn't sound very good, but it seems to be holding up just fine. Alright, let's not push our luck. Let's get out of here. Looks like it landed us right in the middle of some red clay pits. Oh, there are definitely tusk marks in the clay out on the right-hand side. Now that's a good sign for us, because the tusk marks, they come from the elephants. Elephants, they like to use their tusks to chip off pieces of the red clay because